So, hello, dear participants. Thank you, Jura, for the initiative that brings together arachnologists in the Euro-Asian region. And I'm happy to give a somewhat official address from the European Society of Arachnology. As you might know, Wolfgang Nentwig stepped back from the presidency and I was elected his successor last August. So I like to send you the best greetings, not only from myself, but certainly also from all the council members. And I'm sorry that none of us can attend. No Russian on my side, at least, unfortunately. So it is striking that many arachnologists that we still refer to and whose work we actually built on were born and or worked in Russia, or at least in areas that formerly were incorporated in Russia. So I think of von Keyserling, for example, and Marie Dahl, amongst many others. Marie Dahl was Ukrainian born and she immigrated to Kiel in northern Germany together with her parents when she was around 20 years old. She had a Russian diploma as a teacher that was not recognized in Germany and had to retake exams. That was probably quite tough. And actually, she wanted to study medicine, but at that time in the 90s, actually, only men could attend medical school. So she found then employment as an assistant to a professor at the Zoological Institute in Kiel, where she was working with collections from a very large plankton expedition. And over the course of her life, she became especially well known for her work on planktonic copepods. That's not so well known, I suppose, despite not having had the chance of getting a PhD in zoology. Then the couple, the Dahls, they moved to Berlin after World War I, where Maria Dahl was engaged in arachnid research. That's what we know about her, along with her husband. And together they published and edited and wrote for the series Die Tierwelt Deutschlands. And Friedrich Dahl, he was the founder of this series and the author of the first 3 volumes. And Maria co-authored the 5th volume and eventually edited 15 other volumes altogether. So this is still a series of very important reference work, given that each species is represented with very good and well illustrated descriptions. So now comes a special twist. Due to Friedrich Dahl's health problems, the family moved to Greifswald eventually, where I live and work, and where the next European Congress is supposed to take place. More about this later. In Greifswald, Maria Dahl continued to live after her husband's death and continued also editing Die Tierwelt Deutschlands until the early 70s, I think. Then she died in 72, half a year before she would have celebrated her 100th birthday. So why did I choose Maria Dahl as an example? First of all, the connection to Greifswald, obviously. But she was a successful researcher and she was striving to produce good scientific work. And she worked at a time when it was still not common for women to work in the natural sciences. Maybe she would have needed a mentor other than her husband to finish a PhD. And not having finished a PhD made her feel unnecessarily, I would say, but it made her feel inferior and she apologized several times for the lack of it. So if you have an enthusiastic female scientist in your group, think about Maria and do your best to encourage her and let her find a place in the scientific world. So with this, I like to raise a toast to our to your initiative and to the successful meeting. Which reminds me of the now strong tradition of the Russian party. It's now part of every arachnological meeting. I actually remember well the secretive nature of the Russian gatherings before they became officially implemented. So there were gatherings in some student dormitory rooms on special invitation. I remember well from the meeting in Catania, Sicily. Although it is near impossible to have a conference in person this year, And we are thinking about either postponing it again for another year, the European Congress, or, which would be my preferred solution, to have it online. But we will discuss this in the council in a few weeks. I hope that whatever will happen, we will meet again soon and enjoy our company. And with that, I would like to wish you all the best again, and stay healthy. Bye-bye.